It's family focus time, and we're talking about pets today. This is my little guy. This is Lucas, and I brought him in to use him as a prop because Dr. Forsyth is here to talk about pet dental care and how important that is.
Good morning. How are you today?
Doing very well, thanks.
Well, one of the things we want to talk about dentistry is February is National Pet Dental Health Month, and so many veterinarians across the province are focusing on dentistry as part of their practice during February. Dentistry is extremely important in the health of an animal. In human medicine and in human dentistry, we know very profoundly that bad teeth can actually lead to disease in other systems. Bad teeth help seed bacteria into the bloodstream. They can land in the liver, the kidneys, and especially the heart valves, and lead to conditions like heart failure.
So how often should we be looking at brushing our dog's teeth?
Well, the more the better. We're supposed to brush twice a day. I don't expect any of my clients to brush twice a day. That's pretty good. But at least twice a week, I would say at least. You'll be making a big difference.
Well, we managed to do that, and actually, although it sounds kind of intimidating to brush your dog's teeth, it's really not that hard, and for the most part, they do put up with it quite well. Lucas is quite used to having his teeth brushed, and you know, although he's not exactly thrilled about it, they do put up with it very well, and they get a treat right afterwards. Of course, the little biscuits that are also good for cleaning their teeth off as well. So,
yeah.
And there's a lot of different products out there. So I know, I mean, this is just a basic human toothbrush that I use, but you've got a neat little gadget.
This is a finger brush, and it goes on, and you can actually feel how hard you can brush. So if we hold Lucas's teeth up like that, and we can just brush down the sides. Down the sides are very, very important. Most dogs get dental disease along the backs of their teeth, along the sides. I think we have a graphic and we can show exactly what happens with dental disease. On the left, we have a healthy tooth and healthy gingiva. Those are the gums. As we move to the right, we can see tartar accumulates. We can see reddening of the gums, which is gingivitis, and we can also see bone resorption. And that makes the tooth a whole lot looser and a whole lot more painful as well. So it's something that we need to focus on with our pets, especially as they get older.
Right. Okay, let's quickly go to the phone calls and see who's on the line right now. We have Susan from the Sunshine Coast. You've got a call for a question for Dr. Forsyth?
Yes, I do. Dr. Forsyth, I've adopted 2 kittens, and they're about 2 years old now, brother and sister, and the male cat insists on urinating inappropriately around the house, and he doesn't have a physical problem, but I don't know if he's just marking his territory or what. How can I stop him from doing that?
Well, there are several conditions that come to mind when I hear that. One can be urinary tract infection. One can be a crystal problem. Some cats actually, from their food, form crystals that accumulate in the urine. It irritates the bladder quite a bit, and anytime you irritate a cat, they will pee around in odd spots. Male cats...
anytime you irritate them, period.
Anytime I hear of a male cat doing that, I assume this cat's neutered, and he should be neutered because it makes him a much better pet. But she needs to see her veterinarian, have the urine checked to see if there's any crystals, and go from there, see if there's an infection.
Okay.
Probably a diet change might work very well for her. So.
Okay. Dell's on the line from Kelowna. Good morning, Dell.
Good morning. Dr. Forsyth?
Hi.
I have a new puppy. I bought him about 3 or 4 days ago, and I was wondering if you had any tips on house training him. Like, I watch him a lot, and I take him outside all the time, and he just continues to go to the bathroom inside the house.
Okay. I'll give you my 25-second house training tip. I prefer crate training. The theory behind crate training is that dogs and cats, well, dogs, will not pee or poop in the areas that they sleep. So at night, you crate them. They tend to hold it. There'll be some accidents. First, when you get up in the morning, first thing you do is take them outside. They pee or poop outside. You give them lots of praise, maybe a treat, things like that. During the day, make sure that there's at least ample opportunity to go to the bathroom outside. I usually recommend that people set a timer and take them out once an hour. It's a lot of work, but
it pays off very quickly.
It sure does.
Yeah, and they're pretty smart too. So, Daryl's on the line now from Burnaby. Hi, Daryl.
Good morning. I have 2 questions. Number 1, I got 2 cats. Got them just before Christmas. They're 3.5 months old. And they're going to be indoor cats exclusively because of the area that I live in. There's a lot of traffic, and I don't want them outside. Question one: do they need vaccinations? And question two is: how old do they have to be before they get spayed or neutered? They were born October 12th, and I'll hang up. Thank you.
All right. The second question first. Spaying and neutering is usually at 5 to 6 months of age. That's the standard protocol. As far as vaccinations, I can speak from personal experience. My cat was going to be an indoor cat. She got out and came back with an upper respiratory disease, which is preventable by vaccination. And she had ulcers all over her mouth. If you're going to raise them in a bubble, they probably don't need vaccines. But it never happens. It's been our experience that they always get out, at least briefly, and there's lots of bad diseases.
Well, they're so curious, too. I mean, you just can't stop a cat from going outside. If it wants to go out, it just sort of scoots out, and you have no control over it.
We have a little kitten at home right now, 6 months, Emma. She's a terror. I don't know how many times she's gotten out on us, but yeah, they do. They get out.
They're a lot of fun. Okay, is there anyone else on the phone line right now? Okay, well, we will thank you very much for coming in. And remember, if you possibly can, you should be brushing your pet's teeth a couple of times a week.
Yep.
Toothbrushes or these little finger brushes, which I'm assuming you can get from the vet clinics.
Any veterinarian will have them. Toothpaste, pet toothpaste. Don't use human toothpaste.
Don't use Colgate or Crest. They don't like that a whole lot.
There's even little chews for cats as well. So there's lots of things we can do.
Well, you got his interest with that, so thank you very much for coming in today.
You're very welcome.
Okay. If you would like some more information or if you'd like to contact Dr. Forsyth, he can be reached at the Como Lake Veterinary Hospital at 931-7760. Once again, it's time for us to check in with Mark Madriga for a look at the weekend weather. Mark?
Well, just checking out the scratches on my arm. I brushed my cat's teeth this morning. I won't show you. It's pretty gross.
Now you have to clip their nails before you brush their teeth.
That's another one that they don't like too much. Anyway, I do have a little bit of an update on the weather, and, you know, I've been plugging this all morning, the sunshine out there. We're in a nice break here on the South Coast, although we do have